Hello Libra, and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. So Libra, tonight we have the Star card, which is really, it's about, what is it about? It's about our goals, right? Our desires, our wants, our dreams, our dreams. And you know, the efforts and the work and the good fortune and, you know, whatever, all the things, however you believe this works, this huge complex system of life, of being, however you think it works, this star is that place that you are headed towards, okay? So, we're looking towards, you know, whatever it is that you have been working hard to achieve, and maybe you have gotten there, or maybe you are conceiving of new goals, new dreams, and maybe it is that you are letting go of some old ones. We'll see. We're gonna see. All right, Libra, and I'm gonna tell you right off the bat, I'm very sick right now, so I'm gonna try not to start coughing, but I cannot promise you that I am not gonna have a fit or two. So this might be like there might be some edits in this reading where I try not to edit the reading at all. I try to just keep a straight shot for each one. But sometimes we'll have to stop for the coughing. All right, so we have right in the middle here, it looks like it says, I love. And then we have a person who looks like they have a compass. And another person with a key. And then we have what looks like a nun or some kind of veiled, right here, person. That's hard to kind of see, but you can see right here. And right here, we have the person with the key. You can see the keys right here. This is the head. Here's the body. And they're kind of walking this way, it would look like. And then we have a person here who's kind of almost like they're coming out of the back of this person, and it looks almost, I imagine, kind of like a very like ethereal kind of being. And in their hand they have a compass, okay, and it looks like it is right above where that nun formation is. So it almost kind of looks like they're showing the measurements, right? And so what does that mean? It seems very almost kind of Masonic to me. But it feels like this would be like, you know, like an angel appearing and showing some kind of like sacred geometry or sharing like the, you know, some holy formula or, you know, something, right? And the guy that it's kind of attached to with the key, I feel like this really is, it feels very much like, not exactly to the level of the Hierophant, but maybe that's the key that gets you into the door, right? The door of the temple. Now we have the nun, okay? So this is a completely devoted being. And that's what I get from that. Absolute devotion. So to me, it really, all of this tells me that you are in a place of, I mean, a very spiritual moment in your life. It feels like a revelation, right? There are visions, there's synchronicities, there are just, it's like, I'm thinking of, and I always mix it up if it's Philip K. Dick or what's the other guy's name? Arthur C. Clarke. I think it must be Philip K. Dick. Anyways, one of them started having visions of an angel that would come. And it was so out of character, right? It was just absolutely out of character for them. And it's almost kind of like all of a sudden, this faith shows up at the door, right? All of a sudden, it's like you just know this is the right thing. This is the path for me. This is what I've been looking for. I have not been able to believe anything fully until this moment. And that's what it feels like is happening here. That the key has shown itself, right? And that you have taken action. And you are devoted to the work. There's no question, right? You have no other option. This is what you're here for. And this is what you want to do. And so I do. I see this being the cycle in your life where you are. You're very devoted to the whatever it is. If it's spiritual work, religious work, self-improvement, self-development, spiritual alchemy, magic. Maybe you have found a religious system, an occult system, a magical system, a philosophy, whatever. And that is where you want to spend your life. We have the number 8 over here, a large 8. We also have the hummingbird. So I do feel like there is some amount of anxiety. And I wonder if people around you are maybe kind of, I don't know if they're worried or, just kind of checking in with you a lot, because I do feel like you are maybe behaving a little differently than you used to or usually do. And this can happen when we start to have these kinds of interactions or encounters or spiritual happenings. And from the outside, it might look pretty strange to people, but I think that for you, you're not somebody that really hides a lot. I think that you like to give your testimony. And so I don't think that anybody is super surprised by your renewed or your, maybe this is the first time, right? But your passion, right? Your devotion to this path, right? And it might be brand new. It maybe is something that has been, kind of coming to this place for a long time. Like the little snowball, it gets bigger and bigger the further it rolls downhill. And so, I do think you'll have people checking in a little bit more. So don't be offended. I think that's the big thing here. It's like, do not, don't be offended and don't feel any type of way. People very rarely care enough about anybody, right? To send a text, to make that phone call, and maybe sometimes you might think, well, maybe it's just they want information. Maybe they're being nosy, and that could be. But I think in your case, you actually have at least a couple people that really do care about your well-being. So try not to snap at them too much. And I'm saying this because I'm looking at this dog and it looks like it's barking. And I'm thinking, please don't go barking at them, because they care. They really do. Now we also have the word eat down here. So I feel like this is spirit kind of reminding you through me, right? Make sure that you are taking care of your physical needs, right? Drinking the water, moving the body around, right? Getting fresh air, getting enough sleep, and making sure that you are eating well, whatever that means to you, right? That's different for each of us, and that is a personal thing, whatever it means to you, okay? Just make sure that you are minding that. Now, again, we have the angel. We have a motorcycle. And the name Troy, Troy, and maybe Lou, Lou, right here. The name Troy and Lou. Okay. And something about a Hershey's Kiss. Like it feels like somebody, like it was their thing to like give them to you. I don't know if it was like maybe a grandparent or maybe your mom would have them for like it was like a special holiday thing, or I don't know if that means anything. That one feels really like a strong, there's like a strong impression that arises from that. Okay, so there used to be somebody, it seems like that you would like go on walks with, but I think that you were young. It feels like wandering in the world, kind of exploring. Then we have a snake and a fork. I almost feel like something happened to somebody when you were young. Somebody that was a friend, a good friend, a best friend, maybe a sibling. But something happened with them. And I feel like it was something that could have been avoided, but it was like they were in the care of somebody that everybody trusted and something happened to them, or you know, I don't know exactly, but it feels complicated, but also very cut and dry, right? And I feel like for you, this whatever thing transpired, it changed you. It was like your first brush with, you know, something, seeing that you are not in control of your life fully, right? Like suddenly something could happen, or, you know, somebody that you thought you knew could absolutely, you know, just be a villain, right, in your story. And I think that this realization, it really almost feels like there have been trust issues. That's the big thing. But the other big thing here, now I turn this, we had, right, the person falling, we had the snake down here. When I turn this, we have the snake coiled, but we also have a person who looks like they're going to crush the snake, okay, destroy it. And so I feel like you have become almost kind of vigilant in helping people, taking care of people, advocating and protecting people. And I think that it kind of feels like, and I can't say this for sure, but I mean, these are conclusions that maybe are a little obvious, but in you feeling like you weren't able to protect your friend or your family member, or maybe even yourself, right? That kind of perceived failure or shortcoming, it was so overpowering that I think that it has almost kind of become part of your personality, that you will not let that happen to anybody in your life. You will not allow people to be victimized, to be hurt, to get you know, to have accidents or, you know, whatever. Like I said, I don't know what happened when you were young, but it feels like a very profound moment, okay? And it has shaped the course of the rest of your life. Now, and of course, yeah, we turn it. And we have two people. We have two people. And then over here, we have a person holding a baby. So to me, it's so much. It's the story a lot of us have, right? Where we've gone through it. Our life has not been easy. You know, things have happened. We know, you know how dark life can be. You know how almost kind of, it's mind-boggling, you know, the things that happen to good people, to young people, to old people. It just, you can't always fathom, right? And I think for a while there was like a real deep, cynical place that you dwelled in. But I think that, and I know you probably already see where I'm going here, I feel like the family, that's it for you, right? The process of meeting somebody, creating with somebody, having life, you know, come forth, right? And then to watch this being grow over the years and to be so privileged to be a part of it, right? And I feel like that, and I was wondering, I was thinking in my head, why are you showing me that? What is going on here? What is the end here? Or why is it coming up? What are you trying to tell me here, Spirit? But yeah, ultimately, I feel like this is the thing. This is that thing that you push yourself for. This is why you work so hard. Not just trying to make money, you know, but that might be part of it. But the big deal here is healing. Breaking cycles, generational cycles of abuse. Okay? Of, you know, maybe addiction. Maybe it's mental health stuff. Maybe it's poverty, right? Maybe it's a lot of other things, you know. And oftentimes it's more than one, right? A lot of these things are clustered together. But this is what keeps you going, is because you know that you can do it. You know that you're going to be the one. You're going to raise those kids, or you have raised them, hoping, praying that they never know how bad it can really be. And so I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, you're a noble person, Libra. You might not always be understood. And sometimes people might say, you know, how do I say this without being offensive? But maybe you're like not always trying to achieve the highest thing, right? Not that you're not trying to do anything. You're working hard, of course. But you're in the middle way somewhere, you know? You don't want to be like, you know, the head of the company, but you wouldn't mind being like upper management or somewhere in there, right? But I feel like this is kind of the vibe in life. You like middling, and people don't always understand that, but you understand. That's what works for you. And I feel like this part of your life, I think that you're finally at the place where you are unbothered by anybody else's opinion. They don't understand. Why would you do that? What are you doing? Why don't you do this? You know, whatever. It doesn't affect you anymore. Because you know you're where you're supposed to be, and you know where you need to go next. You've always known. And so it's the place of power for Libra. All right, let's do our lucky numbers. We're going to do 3 of them. What is that? I don't know. Okay, number 74. Number 74. Number 50. Number 84. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, we'll do our self-care affirmation cards. I'm going to flip through. I'm going to stop where it feels right. And we have my body, my home. I am at peace in my body. My body carries me through the world, and I celebrate it. I am at home and fully present in my body. I am at home and fully present in my body. All right, Libra, I love you. I hope that everything is going well over there. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you want to like, subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for putting up with my voice. Hopefully my reading was coherent. I know my Virgo reading, like the first half of my reading, I had to stop in the middle. I almost never stop my readings to do it. Like I don't edit things out or in or anything. They're just straight through. But I had to stop because I had to cough for like, I don't know, a couple minutes. And I was trying to suppress it. And I feel like I just started to really like, I don't know, my mind was wandering because it was in the place of duress a little bit. Excuse me. Yeah. That one, but hopefully this one is a little more coherent than the first part of my Virgo reading. But I feel like it's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to listen to it before I put it out and make sure it's not completely gibberish. But anyways, yes, thank you for putting up with my voice and my silliness and everything else. All right, Libra, I love you. Take care of yourself. We're going to talk in a few days. Good night.